Hey guys, here's a setup that I took today. Um, what got me to even being able to enter this setup is the news. I want to show you guys a breakdown of the news trade, what I look for ahead of the news, how I'm almost always able to trade with the news correctly on the right side, and how I use the news trade to kind of score, but also use the news to get me to a place where I know that I could re-enter the market and continue to trade. So let's go ahead and clear this chart and we'll get started with that. Okay, guys, so it started with my higher time frame analysis. I wanted to find my directional bias on that monthly, on that weekly time frame, but ultimately I ended up on the daily time frame as it is my golden time frame. And what you want to do on that daily time frame, the first thing I do is mark the previous day's high and the previous day's low. Because if the market is continuing up, I'm expecting the news to bring us down. When it pushes down, before it continues up, it gives me a discount. It manipulates traders and things of that nature. It also goes in for sell side liquidity. So I marked the previous day's high and low on this daily time frame. And what I wanted to do was also mark 2 p.m. And this is when I wanted to see something happen in the market. So I was not really looking to trade before 2 p.m. because that's when the news was going to start. Now, is there always going to be something that happens right when the news starts? No. Maybe your move comes a little bit after the news. There are a bunch of traders who are trading the news who want to press the button as soon as the news drops, and they normally always get manipulated into something. So guys, what I like to tell my mentorship students is time and place. Now, the job that you have as a trader is to go in and look for your placement in the charts, right? Look for your areas of liquidity. Look for your areas that you hope to enter. Look for your areas that you want to TP. And all you need to do after that is wait for the right time. If you're going to look for a time where there's some volatility, the news is a good place to take that trade, right? And if you're interested in joining my 2 live Zoom sessions during the week, we have Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And Saturdays at 11 a.m. The link is in the description. And for those of us who have really tight work schedules, the recordings are always available there, right? The recordings are always available. If you need to miss a day, don't worry, the recordings are there. And it's wonderful. It's helping a lot of people and it gives a lot of support. Again, the link is in the description. So let's get back to this analysis. So on the 4-hour time frame, I love the 4-hour time frame, right? So we have the time right here, and then now I'm looking for my placement in the chart. So the first thing I'm noticing that, okay, above what I'm looking for, right, based off previous trading, like, because a lot of this comes from experience, what may happen is that the market may try to trick us by continuing to climb up, which will get traders to start buying, 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 buying because it's bullish, right? If we're looking at structure, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, it's really bullish. So what I'm thinking is that, we may be tricked into continuing buys, right? So prior to 2 p.m., a lot of traders are going long, right? Could you go long ahead of a news trade? Absolutely. You just have to know when to get out. So I'm thinking that, hey, the previous day's high may be taken out, and then I could easily target the previous day's low. But beneath the previous day's low, we do have imbalance, which is really well. And I had to think, if I am bullish, long to the short term, right? If I'm bullish, if I'm looking for the market to continue up, right? I need to know when to get out of my sell. Where can I exit my sell? So I started to think, okay, right beneath this imbalance, this will be a really nice place for me to exit my sell, right? Take profit on that trade, but also go in for an entry, as you've seen when we started, right? It's all about looking for your placement. So I started to go down a little bit further, and I was thinking I should narrow this down just a little bit. And that's why I came across the 2-hour time frame. So this was going to be my area I'm going to extend that out because here's that 2 p.m. This was going to be my area. So what happened after that, right? I said, okay, we have an opportunity for a sell. I knew that if I wanted to sell the market, I would be somewhere above the previous day's high. Somewhere above the previous day's high is where I'd probably look for my setup. And this is what I was looking at here. Somewhere above this previous day's high is my opportunity. So there we have that. Just going to go ahead and put this here. This is going to be my window of opportunity above the previous day's high, meaning this is where somewhere in here, I don't know how far up this may go, but somewhere above the previous day's high, I'm going to get a selling opportunity. Once I get my selling opportunity, right, somewhere above the previous day's high, I TP here. And once I get here and the market shows me that I have a good enough setup, then I'd look to buy from here, and I target the highest place that the market has went. So this was pretty much my setup. 2 trades, 1 event, right? Wonderful. So let's get back to that sell opportunity first, and then I'll take you into my buy opportunity. So let's let the market move just a little bit. Okay. Let's get above that previous day's high. As you can see, we got above the previous day's high. And I think I was way down on that 1 minute time frame. We're nowhere near 2 p.m. yet. Let's look for that 2 p.m. Okay, right here. We're nowhere near that yet. So I'm gonna let it run just a little bit more. And the way that I was able to get my sell opportunity was some imbalance on that 1 minute time frame. There was some imbalance on the 1 minute time frame. Here's that 2 p.m. So let's let that play out just a little bit. And as you can see, the market did continue to buy. It came up, it went down. So people who were eager to sell, the market came right back up here. And let's check it out at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. we got that big dip down. That was at 2 p.m. And let's see what happened after that. So we got traders who started to sell immediately as soon as the Fed Powell started speaking. And I want to say that the market had came back up again. And that was where a lot of traders probably more than likely got wiped out when they sold at 2 p.m. on the dot. And those traders that I was mentioning, they get happy fingers and they sold here at 2 p.m. Just because the news had dropped. If you're just going down to the nearest low, I guess it was a good opportunity. But if you were holding long term, you would have got wiped out. And so after 2 p.m., the market starts to really get moving. And somewhere there was some imbalance right up here. This is what I noticed, that the market had left some imbalance right here, right there. The market had left some imbalance behind. And I was thinking, hey, all of these people who started to sell early were going to get wiped out. That's that buy side liquidity sweep. And I was going in for the sell side. So here we got that buy side liquidity sweep. Market comes back up, takes out all of these early sellers, right? That's where it got tricky for a lot of traders. Comes back up into imbalance up here. After it comes back up into imbalance, let's take us back to the 2-hour time frame. So right in that box is where I got the setup, as I mentioned, right here. Here's where I got that setup. And price comes right down into taking out the low. So we have the previous day's high taken out, and then we have the previous day's low. And this is where I started to get my setup to take the market back up. Let's head to that 15-minute time frame and let it play out. Now, do you just immediately start to buy when price comes to your OB or demand zone? Absolutely not. But you should see some rejection happening. Price should not be coming down and breaking, continuously breaking lows. You want to see that this level is being respected before you go in for a buy. And what's wonderful about getting a discount is that you can go back up and target the high that was left behind. So let's let this play out and I'll show you what it looked like. So here, price comes up. We want to see it start to break structure to the upside like this. At a retest is where you enter. Originally, my stop loss was right down here. And it looks a little scary as price continues to come back down. But eventually it follows suit and it goes up. And that brings you back to where we started. Guys, thanks for watching. And I hope it was a good enough explanation. I'll catch you in the next video.